The other day, I did a very short video as a bit, well, almost a comedy, showing why the Irish flag is not green, white, and gold. Now, let's have a look at that in a bit more detail. Now I have a bit more time. This is the Thomas F. More Foundation, and there's a reason I'm using his name. I will get to that in a minute, and why his name is intrinsically linked to the Irish tricolour. But first, let me read out the flag protocol. When the Constitution of Ireland was enacted in 1937, the tricolour was formally recognised as the nation's flag. The national flag is a tricolour of green, white, and orange, not the tricolour of green, white, and gold, or green, white, and silver, or green, white, and any other colour. The following guidelines are intended to assist individuals in giving due respect to the national flag. The national flag is rectangular in shape, the width being twice the depth, measurement from top to bottom. The three colours, green, white, and orange. Notice that again, green, white, and orange, not green, white, and a bit off yellow, a bit goldish, a bit silvery, or any other colour. Sometimes shades of yellow or gold, number 2, instead of orange, are seen at civilian functions. This is a misrepresentation of the national flag and should be actively discouraged. Yeah, because it's not the national flag, it's something else. The flag should normally be displayed on a staff, the green being next to the staff, the white in the middle, and the orange furthest from the staff. Provided the correct proportions are observed, the flag may be made to meet any convenient size. The addition of a gold fringe or tassels to a national flag is a long-standing national tradition. Our fringe is not considered an integral part of the flag, so cannot be said to interfere with its design, unlike, say, lettering or emblems superimposed on the flag, which should never be used, which I have seen done, and you shouldn't be doing that either. There are actual rules for flying flags for doing it properly, especially when it's displayed on things like coffins at military funerals, are used at sporting events, and so on. It is not green, white, and gold. If you are creating your own special version of the Irish flag, which is green, white, and gold, you are creating some strange version of the flag. It is green, white, and gold, as I pointed out for a giggle the other day, simply because to go and write me a poem or a song lyric and try and get orange to rhyme with anything at the end of the line, you're going to struggle. So for poetic license, it's green, white, and gold there. That's all. But the writers of that know very well they're using poetic license, and that's it. But Thomas More is connected with it for one very good reason. Thomas More and the Irish tricolour in Dublin, April 1848. At a meeting in Dublin on 13th of April 1848, aged 25 years, he presented the silk tricolour that he brought back from France to the citizens of Dublin. And you can imagine, having returned from France, what the new Irish tricolour was based on. I don't think I need to make you guess. In his speech, he made the following reference to the new flag. He explained what the colours in the flag stand for. From Paris, the city of the tricolour and the barricade, this flag has been proudly borne. I present it to my native land, and I trust that the old country will not refuse this symbol of a new life for one of her youngest children. I need not explain its meaning. The quick and passionate intellect of the generation now springing into arms will catch at her glance. I think Thomas may have been overestimating the intellect of some of our countrymen and some Irish people at this point, for whom they simply cannot get over the fact that there are many ways to be Irish, and that it's possible to be Catholic, the green bit, it's possible to be Protestant, the orange bit, and to be Irish, and it's possible to be other forms of Irish and be Irish. It's not that to be Catholic is not the only way to be Irish, nor is to be Protestant the only way to be Irish. But some people seem to be stuck in a time warp on that, or seem to like stirring up trouble with it. And they always will like stirring up trouble or stirring up cheap nationalism with it. Not patriotism, nor even genuine nationalism, nor even a genuine desire for Irish republicanism, but a cheap form of something that apes the sentiments of those and seeks to stoke xenophobia and seeks to stoke dissent and division in lieu of those. Sadly, you're always going to find people like that who will tag along with such causes, and they're ever present. And there's a plethora of them at the minute wandering around. Now, Thomas himself eventually ended up fighting for the Union in America and became governor from Montana, where he disappeared in a way that's still never been resolved and has become a historical mystery. And I'll give some links to that. But I thought I'd spend 4 or 5 minutes going into a little bit more detail about the flag and pointing out that it is impossible to argue that it is green, white, and gold. You can do it till you're blue in the face, but you're going to lose the argument because the Constitution itself points out it's green, white, and orange. The man who first flew it points out it's green, white, and orange. So it's not a situation that you can win.